Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something super important for your website. It is called targeted email traffic. This might sound complicated, but I promise it is simple. Think of it like this. You have a message, and you want the right people to hear it. Targeted email traffic is all about sending your emails to people who are already interested in what you have to say. It is not about sending emails to everyone. It is about sending them to a specific group. This group is your ideal audience. They are the ones who will most likely click on your links and visit your website. It is smart marketing. Let's use a simple example to make this even clearer. Imagine you own a website that sells special food for dogs with allergies. You want more people to visit your site and buy your products. Now, you could send an email to every pet owner you can find, but many of them might have cats, or their dogs might not have allergies. Those emails would likely be ignored or marked as spam. This is not a good use of your time or money. Instead, you should focus your efforts on a smaller, more specific group. This is where targeted email traffic comes in and makes a huge difference for your business. So what if you only sent your email to dog owners who have searched for hypoallergenic dog food online? Or maybe you send it to people who subscribe to a blog about dog health. These people are your target audience. They already have a problem that your product can solve. When they receive your email, they are much more likely to be interested. They will open it, read it, and click the link to your website. This is what we call targeted traffic. It means the visitors arriving on your site are not random. They are there for a reason, which is incredibly powerful for growth. In short, targeted email traffic is about quality over quantity. It is better to have 100 people visit your website who are truly interested than 1,000 people who are not. These interested visitors are more likely to become customers. They are more likely to sign up for your newsletter. They are more likely to share your content with others who are just like them. This is how you build a strong, loyal community around your brand. It all starts with sending the right message to the right people. This is the foundation of a successful online business, and it is a strategy you can start using today. So why should you care so much about targeted email traffic? There are several big reasons. The first and most obvious one is that you get more clicks. When people are interested in your topic, they are eager to learn more. An email about a new running shoe will get more clicks from a list of marathon runners than from a list of home chefs. It just makes sense. More clicks mean more people visiting your website, and more visitors mean more opportunities to make a sale or get a new subscriber. This is the first step toward growing your online presence in a meaningful and sustainable way. Another huge benefit is higher sales and conversions. A conversion is when a visitor does something you want them to do, like buying a product or signing up for a webinar. People who come to your site from a targeted email are already warmed up. They trust the email sender, and they are interested in the solution you offer. This makes them much more likely to take action. You are not trying to convince a stranger. You are talking to someone who already has a need or a desire that you can fulfill. This leads to a much higher return on your investment. Targeted emails also help you avoid the dreaded spam folder. When you send emails to people who do not want them, they will often mark them as spam. This hurts your reputation with email providers like Gmail and Outlook. If too many people mark your emails as spam, your future emails might go directly to the spam folder for everyone. This is a disaster for any email marketer. By sending emails only to an interested audience, you get fewer spam complaints. People will welcome your emails because they find them valuable. This keeps your sender score high and your messages in the inbox. Finally, using targeted email traffic saves you money and time. Think about it. If you are paying for ads or buying email traffic, you want every dollar to count. Spending money to reach people who will never buy from you is like throwing cash away. When you focus on a targeted audience, your marketing budget goes much further. You get better results with less spending. It also saves you time because you are not wasting effort creating content for people who do not care. You can focus all your energy on serving your ideal customers, which is a much more rewarding and profitable approach. Alright, now you know what targeted email traffic is and why it is so important, but how do you actually get it? The first step is to truly know your audience. You need to understand who your ideal customer is. What are their problems? What are their goals? What are they passionate about? You can create a customer avatar or profile to help with this. Think about their age, their hobbies, and where they hang out online. The more you know about them, the better you can tailor your message to meet their specific needs and desires. This is the cornerstone of all your marketing efforts. Once you know your audience, the next step is to segment your email list. This means dividing your big list into smaller, more specific groups. For example, if you have a fitness website, you could have segments for people interested in weight loss, muscle building, or marathon training. You can segment based on what people have bought in the past or what links they have clicked in your emails. By doing this, you can send highly relevant messages to each group. The person interested in weight loss gets weight loss tips, not muscle building advice. This makes your emails feel much more personal and valuable. After segmenting your list, it is time to personalize your emails. Personalization is more than just using someone's first name. It is about making the content of the email feel like it was written just for them. You can mention their past purchases or reference content they have shown interest in. For example, "Hi John, since you loved our guide to marathon training, I thought you'd like our new advanced running plan." This level of personalization shows that you are paying attention and that you care about helping them. It builds a strong relationship and encourages deep loyalty from your subscribers. The final step is to test and improve everything you do. Marketing is not a set-it-and-forget-it activity. You need to constantly test different things to see what works best. Test your subject lines to see which ones get more opens. Test your call to action to see which one gets more clicks. Test sending emails at different times of the day. Most email marketing services have tools that make it easy to track these results. By paying attention to the data, you can make small changes that lead to big improvements over time. This continuous process of refinement is what separates the amateurs from the pros. Sometimes building your own email list from scratch can be a slow process. If you want to get targeted traffic to your website faster, you can buy it. This is where services like Udimi come in. Udimi is a marketplace where you can connect with people who have large, established email lists. These list owners, often called solo ad vendors, will send an email on your behalf to their subscribers for a fee. This is a popular way to get a lot of targeted visitors to your website very quickly. It can be a great way to test a new offer, or to jumpstart your list building efforts. The biggest benefit of using a platform like Udimi is that it helps you find reliable sellers. The marketplace has a rating and review system, so you can see what other buyers have experienced with a particular vendor. You can also see important stats like what percentage of the seller's traffic resulted in actual sales for previous buyers. This helps you avoid scams and find sellers who have high-quality lists in your niche. You can filter sellers by topic, such as health, finance, or marketing, to make sure their audience is a good match for your offer. This transparency is key to making a smart investment. Here is how it works. First, you create an account on Udimi. Then, you browse for sellers who have an audience that matches your target customer. Once you find a seller you like, you purchase a certain number of clicks. For example, you might buy 300 clicks. You then provide the seller with the email you want them to send and the link to your website or landing page. The seller will send your email to their list, and you will pay based on how many unique people click on your link. Udimi even has its own click filtering system to help weed out low-quality traffic like bots. Using a service like Udimi can be an effective strategy, especially when you are just starting out. It allows you to tap into someone else's hard work of building a responsive email list. This can save you months or even years of effort. It is a fantastic way to test your sales funnel. You can send a few hundred visitors to your offer and see how well it converts. If it does well, you can confidently invest more in traffic. If it does not, you can make adjustments before spending a lot of money. It is a powerful tool for gathering data and making informed business decisions quickly. To get the absolute best results from your email efforts, whether you are building your own list or buying traffic, you need to focus on the details. Let's start with your subject line. This is the first thing people see, and it determines whether they open your email or ignore it. Your subject line should be clear, create curiosity, or promise a benefit. Avoid boring subject lines like August newsletter. Instead, try something like, "My 3 biggest mistakes in podcasting," or "This simple trick doubled my website traffic." A great subject line can make a massive difference in your open rates. Next, keep your email message simple and focused. Do not try to talk about 10 different things in one email. This will only confuse your reader. Each email should have one main goal. Do you want them to read a blog post, watch a video, buy a product? Make that goal very clear. Use short paragraphs and simple language. People often scan emails quickly, so make it easy for them to understand your main point. A clear and concise message is much more effective than a long and rambling one. Always think about what is in it for the reader and get straight to the point. Using images and links effectively can also boost your results. An interesting image can help break up the text and make your email more visually appealing. However, do not use too many, as this can make your email slow to load or trigger spam filters. When it comes to links, make them easy to see. You can make your call to action link a big, colorful button. For example, instead of just a text link, use a button that says, "Yes, I want to learn more." This draws the eye and makes it obvious what you want the reader to do next, which ultimately increases your click-through rate. Finally, think about timing and special offers. Sending your email at the right time can have a big impact. For many audiences, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings are good times to send emails, but you should test to see what works best for your specific audience. Also, people love a good deal. Creating a special offer like a limited time discount or a unique bonus can create a sense of urgency. This encourages people to act now instead of putting it off for later. A compelling offer is one of the most powerful ways to turn a subscriber into a customer. As you work on your email strategy, it is important to be aware of common mistakes that can hold you back. One of the biggest mistakes is not segmenting your list. Sending the same generic email to everyone is a recipe for low engagement. People will quickly tune out if your messages are not relevant to their interests. It shows that you do not understand their needs. Taking the time to segment your list into smaller targeted groups is not an optional step. It is essential for building a strong connection with your audience and getting the results you want from your email marketing efforts. Another common mistake is writing boring or vague subject lines. Your subject line has one job: to get the person to open the email. If it is not interesting, your message will never even be read. Subject lines like update or news are easily ignored in a crowded inbox. You need to stand out, be specific, create curiosity, or highlight a clear benefit. Always ask yourself, would I open this email based on the subject line? If the answer is no, then you need to go back to the drawing board and come up with something more compelling that grabs their attention. Having an unclear call to action or no call to action at all is another major error. You cannot assume that people will know what you want them to do. You must tell them directly. Every email should guide the reader toward a single specific next step. Do you want them to click a link, reply to the email, or buy a product? Use clear and action-oriented language like "click here to download your guide" or "shop the sale now." If your reader finishes the email and thinks, "Now what?" then you have failed to guide them. Make your call to action impossible to miss. Finally, a mistake that is becoming more and more costly is ignoring mobile users. Today, more than half of all emails are opened on a smartphone. If your email is not easy to read on a small screen, you are going to lose a lot of readers. Use a single column layout, large fonts, and buttons that are easy to tap with a thumb. Always send a test email to your own phone to see how it looks before you send it to your entire list. A mobile-friendly design is no longer a nice-to-have feature. It is an absolute necessity for modern email marketing success. We have covered a lot of ground today, and I hope you see the incredible power of targeted email traffic. It is not just about getting more visitors to your website, it is about getting the right visitors. These are the people who are genuinely interested in what you have to offer. They are the ones who will engage with your content, buy your products, and become loyal fans of your brand. It is the difference between shouting into a void and having a meaningful conversation with someone who wants to listen. This approach builds a solid foundation for long-term sustainable growth for your online business. The steps to get there are clear and achievable for anyone. It all starts with knowing your audience inside and out. From there, you can segment your list to send super relevant messages and personalize your emails to make each subscriber feel special. Remember to always include a clear call to action that tells people exactly what to do next. And if you want to speed up the process, using a trusted service like Udimi can give you a quick and valuable boost. It allows you to test your offers and get your message in front of a ready-made audience almost instantly, providing you with crucial data. Of course, it is important to avoid the common pitfalls. Do not send generic messages to everyone. Do not write boring subject lines that get ignored. Make sure your call to action is crystal clear, and always make sure your emails look great on a mobile phone. These might seem like small details, but they add up to make a huge difference in your results. Paying attention to these elements is what separates a successful email marketer from one who is just spinning their wheels and not getting anywhere. You have to be thoughtful and deliberate in your actions. Your website's growth is directly tied to your ability to attract the right kind of traffic. Targeted email marketing is one of the most effective and reliable ways to do just that. It helps you build relationships, establish trust, and drive both engagement and sales.